Nicki Minaj criticized by human rights activists ahead of Saudi Arabia concert. Nicki Minaj is being criticized by human rights activists for her decision to perform this month at a music festival in Saudi Arabia, a repressive kingdom that treats women and minorities as second-class citizens. Minaj has an invitation to bring her provocative lyrics and dance to a stage at the Jeddah World Fest. The alcohol-free crown. The lengthy letter explains in great detail the rights violations that have come under the kingdom's absolute. In 2014, too peaceful. He also notes that hundreds of online activists have been arrested and detained. In 2013, Haverson and his HRF are best known for copies of the movie, The Interview, into North Korea after that nation hacked into the email system of Sony Pictures in an effort to stop the release of the film, as it is critical of leader Kim Jong-un. The note to Minaj also focuses on Saudi Arabia's abuse of gays and lesbians. Not addressed in the letter to Minaj is Jamal Khashoggi, the Washington Post columnist who was assassinated at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, an incident that caused an international backlash last year. The Saudi government, what? Haverson told THR that Minaj would be performing while the HRF sent its letter via email to Minaj, as well as to the Blueprint Group care of manager-producer Cortez Bryant and manager G. Robertson, though she split with those three a few months ago. Another letter, Ms. Minaj was unavailable for comment. Related video: Nicki Minaj to headline music festival in Saudi Arabia provided by Uplay.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.